can't even hear myself think here.
Come, Proxy. Things here are more dire than I suspected. I am glad you are here, Proxy. Threads of fate tangle around the Outcast Inn in an ever-expanding knot, fraying the bonds of cause and effect with each bend and twist. Should they snap, the results would be catastrophic. I cannot discern its origin. Hermaeus Mora gifted me an ability to perceive the threads of fate. This tangle painfully overwhelms that very gift whenever I try to approach the inn. Someone without such sight must act as my agent, namely you. Pass through this tangle and enter the inn. Find the source of this disturbance, stop it however you can. I cannot assist you in this. You shall stand alone against a force that tangles fate and unravels reality. Succeed and you shall be rewarded. If we allow the tangle in fate to persist, our localized reality could collapse. In short, we would all cease to exist. Enter the inn while I research this phenomenon. And hurry, Proxy. Even at this distance, the disturbance causes me great pain. I sensed the disturbance as I conducted my own investigations. When I heard you had also seen a memory of Athelia associated with this place, I knew we had to learn more. Unfortunately, my ability to sense the disturbance also holds me at bay. As I understand it, the Outcast Inn was an unremarkable establishment prior to this. In Skingrad, I learned that a new owner purchased it recently and had started to make repairs. I know little else. Perhaps anyone you find inside can tell you more. Cause and effect shape our entire reality. Even Magicka has a known source. Mundus exists as a cascading series of actions and outcomes, though sometimes we cannot perceive either. The event within this tangle of fates decouples the two. Imagine swinging a blade, but it refuses to slice through the air. Or a gua suddenly appearing overhead and falling on a person. Or worse, a town erupting into flames without a single spark being struck. Life would become untenable. Go where I cannot, Proxy. Untangle this knot of fate.
Another apparition? Oh, you're real. Please, come in. What can I get you? Yes, please, come in. Stay for a while. Just pay no mind to the crack in the sky outside or those shadows. Ignore them and have a drink. All right, I can't ignore them either. It all started when the woman at the table by the fire came in. I don't know her from a skeever's ass, and I don't care what her name is. But she's absolutely the cause of my problems. Right after she arrived, the sky changed, and those shadows started roaming my inn. Then she sat by the fire without a word. Not a one. But a good innkeep can guess what a customer needs, and she needs a drink. Something to wake her up. A Skyrim sunrise. I can't leave my patrons with these shadows, though. Could you go to the well and fetch some water? You'll drink free. The well's out back in the courtyard. Bring me a bucket of water, and I'll mix up a Skyrim sunrise. That should get her talking. Then I can ask her to move along and take this strangeness with her. She's scaring my customers. All good innkeepers know when to leave someone alone and when to chat them up. If not for these shadows floating around, I'd let the woman have her privacy by the fire. Also, there's something about her that frightens me. Can't think of a better word. They're not people, just sort of disturbingly people-shaped. I think they want to speak, but they don't make a sound. They arrived, and the sky cracked exactly when the woman by the fire stepped through the door. I didn't see the crack at first. The light through the window went dark, which was eerie enough. When I poked my head out to look at the sky, there it was. It might be my imagination, but every time I look up, I swear those cracks get bigger. Bought the place almost a year ago. It's old Colovian. Late First Era, I'm told. The seller claimed Raymond III slept here, but I don't see how she'd know that. I had big dreams for this place. Don't know if they'll work out now. I wanted to turn this establishment into a high-end place known for its most unusual drinks. All for a reasonable cost for the common traveler. I concoct my own recipes from scratch, you know. Everyone deserves a drink made with skill and care. Almost every innkeep apprenticeship I ever had kicked me out. They said my drink ideas were too complicated. Really hurt at the time. When I could afford to buy my own place, I named it after how I felt back then. Showed them, didn't I? Always. Making drinks is like alchemy, and I like taking care of strangers. I finally found someone who believed in me, Millie. She suggested I buy this place and provided some of the funds. I need to keep this place open, honor her belief in me.
Mortal, help me. Please. I don't know if you can understand me. My mind is a storm of images and voices and memories. I can see every reality all at once. The many paths. But my grip on this realm keeps slipping. But you... I see that you are real. We did, didn't we? Then you know my name is Ethelia. I am what mortals call, a Daedric prince. These echoes... I summoned them by accident. I am losing control. The inn... It drew me here, called to me. I need something it can provide. Possibilities, probabilities, places where fate takes a different course. Some lead to here, others to there. And a few they lead to... elsewhere.
But this place, it has something I need. A phrase emerges from the storm. Sage's dream. Yes, that's it. A drink, I think. It tastes of belonging. Cohesion. The innkeeper, ask him to make this drink for me. Quickly, before the storm takes me again. I remember so little about myself. Why is that? Did someone... Yes. Mora, he did this. But Sage's dream. I know it can help me even as the details slip away. Please, ask the innkeeper. I feel certain he knows something. I am Athelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths, the mistress of the Untraveled Road. I am... confused. Sometimes an event surges into memory. Fear, anger, and resignation erupt all at once. And then I lose my grasp and forget again. Remembering is a struggle. I cannot extract details from the chaos of converging realities. There is darkness. Then I saw a light in the distance. The light became this inn. It summoned me, but the reason was unclear. Until I recalled Sage's dream. Echoes from other realities. My power drew them here, trapped them between this path and their own. They are confused, suffering. Until I gain control of myself, I cannot set them free. I wish to know more myself. But the storm fills my mind. The knowledge of the many paths comes to me in bursts as intuitions. They are possibilities not yet realized. Realities close and distant. If I can calm my mind, maybe I'll understand.
Well, at least she's finally talking. That's better than I ever managed. I hope you told her to get out of here. My remaining customers are starting to talk about settling their bill and finding someplace less strange. I knew she wanted a drink. But Sage's dream? Never heard of it. And I've memorized every recipe in every edition of the Innkeeper's Helper. Wait, I just remembered. We might be in luck yet. The previous owner left junk all over the courtyard. I've been sorting through it and noticed a book on obscure and ancient drinks. Maybe it contains a recipe for Sage's dream. Go back there and find that book. Gilredal's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. That's the book's name. Search around the courtyard behind the inn. Also, try the outbuilding in the far back. I found junk in there, too. Bring me the book, and we'll see if it has the recipe we need. Not a clue. Innkeepers get plenty of requests they don't understand. Our job isn't to ask questions. We're here to listen and help customers relax and forget their problems. Though, maybe that's different for this patron. Strong drink fogs the mind, right? Makes some pains less sharp. But doesn't her mind seem clouded already? Maybe even stormy? I think she wants a drink that will provide her with some clarity.
Got to do better than that to stop us. I'm with you.
She hasn't moved once since you left. I tried talking to her, but she only muttered quietly to herself. I'd almost feel bad for her if I wasn't losing sales. Oh, did you find that book on obscure drinks? An Aeoliad drink? Odd. This inn was built on Aeoliad ruins. Just a coincidence. Tirum weed, hark fruit juice, loot berries. I've never even heard of these ingredients. I can mimic that flavor profile, though. Just need some substitutions. I need to think about it. Maybe some frost miriam? Oh, some lotus might work. In the meantime, I need to make some syrup. Go to the cellar and grab some sugar. I'll keep thinking about this until you get back. Reproducing a sage's dream sounds like a fun challenge. It'll certainly take my mind off of what's happening to my inn. You'll find stairs to the cellar in the room behind you. It opens up into an old ruin, but don't mind that. Never. I've learned about drinks from across Tamria, and none of these ingredients sound familiar. But that won't stop me. Maybe we can bring this drink back into popularity. Oh, sure. You'll find these old ruins all across Colovia. The first owner built the inn on top of some. Whoever dug out the cellar broke through into ruins and just left it that way. I use it for storage now.
Something hides here. I feel its hatred thick and sour. Perhaps I can call it to us. This horrid relic rose from the ground. I need to talk. When you left, I was compelled to follow. I saw an image of you entering this chamber, and I knew I had to be here with you. But then this awful lamp appeared, rudely popping out of nowhere. I hate the damned thing! The storm in my head, remember? I cannot focus through all the overlapping paths. I think this damned lamp was used against me, but I cannot understand how. Could you pick it up? I wished to examine it, but could not stand holding the horrid thing. Over here. I sense a path that wishes to be explored. Shine the lamp, please. I know this. A doorway to the many paths. Step through and I will follow. I know this. It is a doorway to the many paths. I cannot describe the relief that comes with even a modicum of understanding. That lamp wanted to reveal that doorway. Step through and I will follow. My power abandons me here. I will follow if I can.
The enemy approaches. They come to imprison my prince.
No, Torvasad. They are different. Approach, Pathwalker, and speak with me. I recognize this place. Mortals worshipped me here.
Why does my prince allow this mortal to speak with her? Hermaeus Mora and the other betrayers approach. We have no time to waste with mortal nonsense. You are my enemy, yet you still live. And perhaps there is more to you than I thought, mortal. Or more likely, the Vargas of your path is a coward who runs from battles. Either way, should you start a fight here, I will end you quickly.
I serve the Prince of the Many Paths, and so I abide by her will. But I cannot understand allowing you and that other Ethelia to remain here. Not now, when the end is so near. Speak to her as she wishes and go. We have urgent business to attend to. Other Daedric princes, led by Hermaeus Mora, approach, coming to imprison Ethelia. Despite my protests, she refuses to resist them. After all the battles, I do not understand why she now chooses to just surrender. It makes no sense.
A mortal pathwalker. Such a creature is quite rare. And I see you are accompanied by one of my reflections. An Ethelia from a different path. You carry something else with you. It feels like hatred. Tell me, why have you come to my reality? The Lamp of Clarity. A relic created to hunt me and my unseen. It carries a spark of its creator Azora within. That gives it a bit of awareness. It must know that your Ethelia poses a threat. But why lead you to me? Ah. Sage's Dream is the mortal name for our connection to the many paths. It manifests as a drink, but is brewed from ingredients infused with my very own essence. Drinking it will reconnect my reflection to the many paths, and stabilize her power. They bloom in my shadow, or in the shadows of other Ethelias. Each path's ingredient is unique. You can find Tiramweed here, but the rest grows in other realities. Take what you need, Pathwalker. Then you must leave before my fellow princes arrive. This is my end, Pathwalker. Hermaeus Mora has declared me a threat to reality and comes to imprison me. I am tired of fighting. It is the same on every path I have examined. If this is my fate, so be it. Take my Tiramweed and go with my blessing. How strange. A mortal who walks the many paths without understanding them. Between that, keeping company with my reflection, and bearing the Lamp of Clarity, you intrigue me. Very well. ask your questions. Not in any way your mortal mind would understand. I do not wish to drive you mad. An analogy, perhaps. Picture a diamond that somehow formed around a spiderweb, interweaving lines within a grander, fixed shape. That is the many paths. Possibilities scatter across the Orbis, each defined by distinct choices, with unique outcomes that lead to new realities. The many paths are the web that binds them. Some can traverse these connections, as you have done here. Control? No. But I have the power to see them, to follow their threads and alter their fates. It is one of the things that Hermaeus Mora respects about me. And the one thing he fears the most. The mortal mind is limited, intentionally so. Comprehending the many paths should overwhelm you, and actually traversing them should be impossible. I can barely do that. You are unique among your kind. Thus the title I give you, Pathwalker. Mortals are servants, performing tasks to maintain reality. Every field plowed, child born, or war fought keeps the Orbis stable by design. This fact is kept from them. The slaves should not understand the Master's plan, lest they seek to undo them. Each reality bound by the many paths contains a version of an entity, mortal or Daedra. They each differ in some way, but each springs from the same seed. I am no different. She and I are the same, but distorted, like an image in a cracked mirror. Most mortals quake in fear at my presence, or demand one boon or another. But all you seek is knowledge. Interesting. Ask your questions then, Pathwalker. I suppose so. If she's lost control of her power, then she needs someone to stabilize her. It seems she chose you for this task. The more information you have then, the better. Once Hermaeus Mora chose my fate, he recruited other Daedric princes to aid in my capture. Azura answered his call by creating the Lamp of Clarity. Its light exposes my location on a path, or, as you have seen, reveals doorways to the many paths. I am as curious as you. Perhaps it does not aid you, but only appears to. Azura's essence may have a purpose of its own, and you are only along to see that purpose fulfilled. I hope you find your answer as you continue your journey. The many paths connects all Athelias across all realities. This bond can weaken over time, causing distress to an Athelia. We developed a means to reintegrate called Sage's Dream. It manifests as a drink to consume, but this is only an illusion. The ingredients grow in an Athelia's shadow. They form from our essence. We each produce only one ingredient. Mixing these ingredients melds the essences from many Athelias. When imbibed, we take in the power of our reflections. When she drinks Sage's Dream, she takes in the combined essences of her reflections. She gains their understanding of her power. Your Athelia will reconnect to the many paths and regain control of her power. An extended separation from the many paths, perhaps. Oh, yes, I see it now. Your Athelia already suffered Mora's punishment. Her power was stripped from her when she was locked away. She needs to calm the storm as her power seeks to return to her. Most mortals quake in fear at my presence, or demand one boot. The Prince of Fate foresees a cataclysm approaching. I used my ability to manipulate the many paths to prevent one disaster. But now Mora sees my efforts as the predecessor to something even more terrible. He feels he must imprison me. And I agree. Do not fear, mortal. I have a plan. My scions will one day set me free, after I have had sufficient time to figure out how to avert the disaster Mora predicts. Ethelia. She is a reflection of me. She knew about Sage's dream. I remember now. My followers praised me in this chamber while I drank from a goblet. Gather the Tirum weed that she offered so we can make the drink. Another Ethelia. So powerful and proud. Collect the ingredient and let us go back, mortal. Here, I offer you a path home. Take it with my blessing. My patience with you has reached its end, Pathwalker. Soon, Mora's forces will storm this place and imprison me for an eternity. I suggest you not be here when they arrive. A new path appears. Use the lamp, mortal. So much of the path we just walked was familiar to me. The shrine, my scions. I remember it now. When Hermaeus, Mora, and the others arrived. Took my power. Locked me away. I had a plan as well, but I do not remember just surrendering like that. I sent Torvasard and the other scions away. They had to remain hidden, free to act when the time was right. The rest is still unclear. We learned much on that path about the Lamp of Clarity and Sage's dream. So much of it was created by the Daedric Prince Azora. She made the relic to find me. One of my powers is to avoid the gaze of other princes, but they found a way around that. The lamp contains a spark of Azora, which reveals these paths to us for some reason. Ingredients to create the drink grow in the shadow of all Ethelias. The drink blends our essences, connecting us. Each path grows a different ingredient. That must be why I crave one. I need to reconnect with the other Ethelias to reclaim my power. As am I. Hopefully we learn more as we travel. The last path was clarifying, but I still feel overwhelmed. I am no more in control of myself than I was before. Let us proceed, mortal. Step through. Let us see where this path takes us. Dread fills this path. Find the ingredient, but use caution. We are not welcome here.
Show them who they mess with. Counter this!
Have Mora's forces finally come? Then I am finished. No, you do not belong here, but a reflection of the Prince of Paths travels with you. Have you come to revel at my defeat? To watch Hermaeus Mora imprison me? How shameful that I attract a mocking audience. Get on with your gloating then. Of course she lost control of her powers. All Aethelias are fragile creatures. They break under the slightest pressure. Just like glass. How did you get here, if my reflection cannot control her power? How did you walk the many paths? My Shardborn should gut you. Whether you intend it or not, this humiliates me even more. An item of my ruin born by a reflection who walks free. If it will get you to leave, I have Hark Fruit, one of the ingredients for Sage's Dream. Take it and go. Azura's lamp is not a friend to Athelia, Pathwalker. All the relics work to subdue us. If it helps make a Sage's Dream, it is not to empower my reflection. No matter. My fate here is sealed, so what do I care? Take your Hark Fruit and leave me. Accepted. All that I am will soon vanish from reality. How could I possibly be comfortable with annihilation? No. I feel dread. Resentment. Anger. And totally ashamed by my obvious weakness. When word arrived of Hermaeus Mora's plan for me, I crumbled. My followers are loyal, but they couldn't face down the combined might of the other princes. What resistance we presented was quickly crushed. Another testament to my weakness. Mora's army has surrounded the shrine and will soon pour in. I will have no choice but to let them imprison me. My followers may be locked away as well. or scattered across oblivion. It does not matter anymore. Let them come. This reflection seems resigned to her fate. Quite different from the other. Let us get the ingredient and go. This reflection has given up. But she has no plan, no hope for the future as the last one we met. The many paths show the consequences of every action, every choice. Gather some hark fruit and we will leave this wretched path. I saw how to open a doorway. Let us return to the inn's cellar. I sense this is the last path calling to me. Use the lamp here, mortal. Like before, this path stirred up memories. I experienced the same dread before Hermaeus Mora's forces arrived. But I did not collapse like a coward. I commanded my Shardborn to resist, and they obeyed. The struggle, I recall, was epic. I remember the armies of the other princes pounding on the doors to my shrine. My loyal Shardborn readying their weapons. The sounds of unrelenting battle. I recall the princes standing in judgment over me. Then, blackness. She is correct. I should not trust Azura's lamp. But it led us to 2 ingredients needed for a sage's dream. And now we have tiramweed and hark fruit. 1 more and we can make the drink. And then I can regain control of my powers. Step into the many paths once again, mortal. Unbridled anger fills these halls. We have entered a war zone. Find the last ingredient, but be careful. Mora's forces breached the shrine on this path. These Shardborn battle for their very existence, and the Athelia of this realm's anger fills the air. I am safe from harm, but a mortal like you can die even when walking a different path. Be warned.
You good? Got your back. That will teach them not to cross us. Let's end them.
No, you must not bring that reflection any closer. Speak with me, and I shall explain. Your Athelia, does she not sense it? The Athelia of this path, my prince, has lost herself. She has become the monster that Hermaeus Mora foresaw. If she cannot regain control, this reality is finished. Why does a mortal walk beside an Athelia? Then I hope you succeed where I have failed. I tried to get my prince to calm down, but she lashed out at Mora's forces with her full fury. The more she fought, the more lost she became. Perhaps there is still a chance for you. How can I help? Why would... Oh, I understand. Azura's lamp wants to preserve your reality. By helping your Athelia regain control, she can be safely imprisoned again. The ingredient you need is close by. Loot berries. Hurry and take them before it is too late. Flee while you can, mortal. Save your own life. Just spare a thought for this doomed path, if you survive. I suspect we will not last much longer. I suggest you take the loot berries and run. Good luck. Athelia is the fate changer, the unweaver. She has power unlike any other Daedric prince. The power to shift existence itself. Mora long suspected that Athelia was dangerous, but full of uncontrollable rage. Reality itself unravels around her. The unimaginable. Can you contemplate what happens when reality shreds like parchment beneath a saber cat's claws? Nothing remains when existence ceases to be.
Mora dares! Damn his eyes! Every one of them!
Watch it!
He wanted a monster! Behold the last tomorrow! Behold the destroyer of reality! This Athelia shows uncontrolled rage. It will consume every piece of this reality. We must leave this path before my reflection destroys it. If you have the ingredient we came for, then we need to go. Now.
There you are! Oh, come here. I have an idea about the sage's dream. Did you get lost down here? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. That woman is back upstairs, sitting by the fire, so I came looking for you. I think I figured out how to make a sage's dream, even if we don't have the proper ingredients. What? You do? Well, that makes things easier. I'm not sure where you got ingredients that no longer exist, but the good innkeeper knows when not to ask questions. Can you help me make the drink? I'll read from the recipe book while you do the rest. I turned my alchemy stove into the finest experimental drink maker in Tamriel. You can be the first to try it. For each ingredient, we'll need to get the temperature just right. I'll call out for more or less heat. You turn the appropriate valve. First, place the tirum weed in the apparatus. Slowly apply heat to steep the tirum weed. Needs more heat. Too hot. Reduce the heat. That looks nicely steeped. Next, place the hawk fruit in the apparatus. Apply heat to liquefy the hawk fruit. Again, not too hot. It needs to be hotter. You'll burn the fruit. Reduce the heat. The hawk fruit looks properly reduced. Now add loot berries to the apparatus. You should chill the loot berries without freezing them. It needs to be cooler. It's getting too cold. Don't freeze them. Perfectly chilled. Now to blend the drink. 2 parts steeped tirum weed and hawk fruit juice for every 1 part of chilled loot berries. That's the exact amount of loot berries we need. That's just the right amount of hawk fruit juice. No need for more. Looks like a perfectly blended sage's dream. Pour the finished drink into that carafe. Now, grab the drink and take it to that strange woman. I'll meet you upstairs.
Sage's dream. Do you have it? We walked the many paths together and learned much, mortal. Yet I still cannot control my power or clear the storm from my mind. Every path collides in this place. If you have a sage's dream, please, place it on the table. I wish to calm the chaos. The storm abates, and I can clearly see the many paths. I can discern one reality from the next, and my mind is clear. I am myself again. I am Athelia, Prince of Paths and Mistress of the Untraveled Road. I shall set things right. The echoes I dragged from disparate paths are free to return to their own realms, and allow me to untangle the threads of fate and restore balance to this reality. I thank you, Pathwalker. And I am jealous of you. We learned that every Athelia is dangerous, a broken creature that ends up hunted. We cannot change who we are. But mortals, you choose your paths. You don't need the powers of a Daedric prince to alter your fate. I envy this. Goodbye, Pathwalker.
You did it! Oh, that strange woman has left and taken the shadows with her. Ah, time to start running a regular inn again. Maybe I'll add the sage's dream to the menu, provided I can get some more of those ingredients.
The pain is gone, and the threads of fate have untangled. What happened in there, Proxy? I sense the knot in the threads of fate has untangled, Proxy. This threat to our reality has passed. Should I assume you are responsible? Tell me what occurred within the Outcast Inn. If helping Athelia saved reality, then you made the right choice. But the Lamp of Clarity is a powerful relic. I am glad you found it. I would like to take the lamp to Baragon's townhouse for further study. May I have it? I predicted that the tangled threads of fate were related to Athelia's release. But how could I know she was the direct cause? You have served the one who knows very well in this effort. Here is the reward I promised. I must contact Hermaeus Mora and inform him that Athelia has regained at least some of her power. Do not take this as a slight against you. Helping her saved many lives. It was the correct thing to do. Take it to Skingrad for study. Azura's lamp was designed to hunt down Athelia and her minions. Knowing how best to utilize it must be my next priority. Please find me there when you are able. The Chosen of Fate still has much to do.
Did you hear? The King of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
I know.
You're back! Good. I made some progress with the Hope Route map. Let's talk. I'm still deciphering the map from Hope Route. I can't yet make sense of all the notes, but I figure that any location marked on the map must be important to the Recollection. How did your investigations go? You've been busy, friend. Did you learn anything at Feldergard Keep and the Outcast Inn that might clear up the last nagging questions I've got about the Hope Route map? Tell me what happened. So, the planned attack on Feldergard Keep was with Daedric forces, not the Recollection? A good thing you were there to help Tribune Alea defend the fortress. And that blade you acquired. Any sword with a name must be important. You helped Athelia remember herself? Isn't that what the Recollection is trying to do? I suppose you had a good reason, but still. Entangled realities? A strange tale, friend. That's a problem rather beyond my experience. I'm glad you were there to sort things out. And you recovered a lamp? Sounds like some sort of relic. It might be important. As I hoped, your account explains these last few marks on the Hope Route map. Not only were the inn and the keep noted, there's another site the Recollection's interested in, an Aeliad ruin called Neriostare. We need to investigate that ruin next. Neriostare lies in the western Colovian hills. It's rather dilapidated and haunted. I had a harrowing experience there back when I was actively adventuring. Leramil wants to speak with you. Talk to her, then meet me at Neriostare. It was a long time ago, friend. Close to 40 years now. I was part of an adventuring company that explored Neriostare's Great Hall in the nearby chambers. We didn't get very far, though. Neriostare was too dangerous for the band I was with. In addition to traps, the Aeliad ruin was full of undead guardians. But the worst obstacles were the collapsed passages and buried doors. The Recollection won't get far without a lot of digging.
The permutations of fate created a high probability that you'd... I would like to talk about the relics I heard you describe to Baragon. The Lamp of Clarity and Abolisher are two of the relics once used to defeat and imprison Athelia. Exactly. Abolisher, forged by Boethia to cut a path to Athelia wherever she walks. The Lamp of Clarity, created by Azura to illuminate the many paths. And the Skein of Secrets, woven by Mephala to show where Athelia and the Unseen could be found. No, we do not. Torvasad told us in Mephala's nest that the Skein was lost in an Aeliad vault. Given the Recollection's interest in Neriostare, I think we know which one. Torvasad used Abolisher to open the way to Athelia's prison. He knows the relics can be used to return her there, and will do anything to prevent that. These ancient tools may be the keys to saving Westweald, and perhaps all of reality. The blade, the lamp, and the skein countered Athelia's power in ancient times. I think they can do so again. You and Baragon are fated to seek the Skein of Secrets in Neriostare. I have my own tasks, and shall find you when it is time to finish this. We observed Torvasad using Abolisher to open portals. Creating a portal is not difficult, and I am rather proficient at it myself. But Abolisher appears to do it swiftly, and with great precision. I suspect it can destroy them as well. The lamp allows us to gaze into the many paths. Think of that as a halo of possibilities and alternate fates that surrounds our own reality. Things can be real in the many paths that are not real here. we may need it to confront Athelia. That remains to be seen, Proxy. We have observed the effects of Abolisher and the lamp firsthand. The skein, however, has been hidden for thousands of years. I presume its function will become apparent once you recover it. My appointed tasks range far beyond West Weald, Proxy. While you deal with Athelia's servants, Nantharian and Vargas, I seek her first scion, Torvasad, the author of all these troubles. You and I shall cross paths again soon enough.
The ruins of Neriostare lie in the far western reaches of the Colovian Highlands. I'll secure a few things here, then meet you there.
Did you hear? The King of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
I knew those Vashabar would elves to blame for all this.